Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am here with a snippets kind of video today. I'm going to be recording starting here in my office, and then I imagine I'll be doing a car vlog because I'm going to South Haven to get some clear plastic bags for the Derek's merch t-shirts for the Rhythm Section podcast. I told them that I would actually do online sales for them, handle that for them, and I'm excited to be part of all that. And then I will be coming home, and I don't know. This day is going to go by fast, I think, and I have a lot of stuff that I have to cram into this day. But I'm going to start here by talking about comments, and I have to do that here because then I'll have to probably redo my makeup because I'll be crying. But maybe I won't. Maybe I cried enough for the past 24 hours that I'm done crying over the kindness that I received. And I'm going out tonight, so I'm going to be talking about that a little bit. I haven't been to this particular club, Lafayette's Club. I don't know if everybody just calls it Lafayette's, but anyway, that's where I'm going. And I'll also be talking about Danny, because that's who I'm going to the club with tonight. That's about it, I think. I think that covers, and whatever else comes up. I'll just be chatting with you until I have to get this edited and uploaded, because I'm leaving early and it's in Memphis. So let's just get started with the whole comments thing. Oh my God. I had so many things planned as to what I wanted to say, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to, get it across like I wanted to yesterday. I mean, I was so emotional, so incredibly emotional. So I uploaded the video on Wednesday, and it's a video that was announcing that I was turning my comments back on. Now, some people told me, don't. You know how miserable you'll be. Derek said, no, Ma, no, please don't do that. Because he knows how I used to have mental breakdowns over comments. And again, the main issue with me was I didn't even want to hear people saying nice things about me. I couldn't take it. And that's what I talked about in the previous video. I'll link to that video down below, and I'll put it on the end screen. And now that my life is different and I feel like I feel now, it makes total sense to me that I couldn't have comments on. I just, like I said, had no room in me at all. My soul was completely filled with whatever was going on in my life, and there was no room for goodness to come in, none. And I couldn't even see it as good. I felt like it was all like some weird attack where everybody's telling me wonderful things. I'm talking about over 4 years ago when I used to have comments on. All those good things, and I know I said it sounded like noise. It did. It's like I would read it, and then I would just hear that in my head, and I would hear it in a way that maybe my mother was telling me these things. And in my life, good things came to a bad end at any moment. I never knew. So I'm not really safe with hearing all these things. And, that's why I had to turn them off. But when I started reading the comments, I quickly was so sad that I had ever done that. And Danny even reminded me, he said, look, you said it yourself. You couldn't handle it. You had to turn them off so you could go on with your channel. And that is true. But it's, it makes me so sad that I couldn't be in a place where I could allow everybody to say things. And but it makes me so happy that they're on, because I just can't believe that I'm happy about it. I could read all of those, and even though I was bawling the whole time, I felt so good. It's like, yes, things really are changing for me, because I can now accept that stuff. I can accept the things that you are saying. When I decided to turn comments on, I thought, people are so used to not commenting that they probably won't even look to see if comments are open. So that's why I had to make a video with that in the thumbnail. I wanted people to know, and I was hoping I'd get some comments. Last that I looked, I have over 700 of them. I deleted one, and it wasn't even real hate. It was just unnecessary. So that's the only one I deleted out of all those, and I had to review each and every one of them. Some of them were quite long, so if I got through 4 or 5 lines and that all looked good, I couldn't really take the time to read all of that. But I reviewed every single one of them, so I saw all of your comments. And the things that you guys have been saying is just, you know, I don't think YouTubers realize, or anybody online, social media, Facebook, whatever, we don't realize the impact that we make on someone's life. We really don't. And I had people touching on everything: narcissism, carnivore, obviously my quilting, crafting, people telling me they love when I fucking swear. Do you know how much I love to hear that? And people who have been with me since the very beginning, that first time I cut my hair on a video, and they stayed with me through all the changes I made on my channel when other people were telling me I sucked. They weren't telling me I sucked. And when I turned comments off, they stayed with me. They stayed with me through all of that. You know, some people actually understood it. It's what I needed. So I'd like to remind people that we have a huge impact on people. I mean, people were telling me, you know, pretty much that I saved their lives. I saved their sanity. You know, if not for me, they wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing now. And, you know, even the things like decluttering or, you know, learning how to quilt and, you know, just understanding now that you suddenly realize you have a narcissist in your life, and they would have not known that if not for me talking about it. Everybody watched me through my move to Mississippi, and I knew I wasn't alone for that. You know, I always told you guys, I know I don't have comments on, but you guys are with me. I wouldn't have been able to make that move like I did without my audience, because I needed that support that I imagined I was getting to declutter that house and just to go through all that. And everybody was there for me for that, and I can't thank everyone enough. No one will ever know what it means to me to have turned comments on and to hear all the stuff that I was being told. If you haven't checked out the comments, please run there. And it's not because I want you to hear, you know, nice things about me. I just want you to know what kind of an impact we can make on someone's life. It is like, you know, pure gold to me that I have the ability to help people without even really knowing that I'm doing that. It's just, you know, it's amazing to me that I can have an impact on people. Me, you know, just by complaining for 8 years. And now I'm going to put you through this whole new part of my life where I'm going out and having fun. And I'm just so happy that I got through everything I had to get through, and that now I have a turn for myself. And I want you guys there for all of it. And I won't be turning comments off again. I'm so sure of that because I'm so relieved of all the stress that I had that there's plenty of room to let you guys in now. I am absolutely ready to accept comments. And I want to remind everyone that it's not just people like me who have an impact on others. It's the haters too. And it breaks my heart that haters don't realize, or they probably do and they don't care. You know, you can just say one shitty thing to someone and it can literally be the end of their life. I had a woman who wrote me a fucking book about why I should just kill myself. And she explained things to detail, how I'm no good for anyone. I just cause everyone to have pain and misery, and I can't see any good in anything. And she said, you really should just end your life and get it over with. Why stay feeling the way you feel? Just kill yourself. This is a woman, at least by the profile, and I just couldn't believe that. I think I did a video of that. I know like about when it was, but I don't even care to revisit that. But can you imagine if that woman was saying something like that to somebody who was on the verge of killing themselves? I mean, it's just, it blows my mind that people can be like that. Took a little break, did some editing, and I want to wrap up this part of the video because I have a lot of other parts on the way. Another thing that I want to mention, and this isn't like putting anyone down who says this, because it's a normal thing to say, especially if you have not been a YouTuber or you know, active on social media, an influencer, whatever. If you have an online presence, you often get told by people to just ignore the haters. Don't pay attention to that. Once you see something, you read it, and it's in your brain space now, There is no way to ignore that. It's there. You could maybe just not let it bother you. That's very hard to do when something bothers you. You know, somebody cuts your arm off. Don't let that bother you. Ignore it. Sometimes we have to compare emotional pain to physical pain, because I don't think anyone would ever say to someone, if some maniac just comes and cuts your arm off, I don't think anyone would say just ignore it. Ignore that hater. That hater caused you pain and changed your life for the worse in some way. You can't ignore that. You just can't. The emotional suffering people can go through in life, all across life, not just YouTubers, it gets ignored. Physical pain, not so much, because it's visible and people understand that. But a lot of people don't understand what emotional pain is really like. I'll tell you, it fucking sucks. Instead of me constantly thinking I'm supposed to have this magical power where I can just ignore things and not let it bother me, that wasn't going to work for me. My solution was to turn comments off. You know, that's the best way to ignore something, right? I'm just not going to ever let it come in. And again, I'm very happy that I am at a point now in my life where I have enough room to, you know, be able to receive kindness, not have it piss me off. So I'm going to wrap up this little part, and then we have to get in the car, and I'm going to be taking you to South Haven with me, maybe do a little car vlog, try to fill you in a little bit on my night. I am going to send you to the other video. I had pinned my own comment at the top of that, so just look somewhere under the video or on the sidebar, wherever it is, depending on what you're using, a laptop, a tablet, your phone. I do have a pinned comment there that was totally from the heart. I was so emotional that night and all of yesterday. I couldn't record yesterday at all. I was just all over the place, you know, just so thrilled with the comments I was getting and so completely crushed and heartbroken that I wasn't letting people say things to me these past 4 years. But I am convinced I did the right thing, and I am so grateful for those of you who just stayed with me. And, you know, I'll never forget this period in my life. I'll never forget having those comments on. That first video, comments on, it was life-changing for me. I also want to thank everyone who stayed to the end of my previous video and heard the part where I said, say hi to Danny. So many of you did. I appreciate that, and I know Danny enjoyed that too. So thank you for everything, everything. And now I am jumping in the car. We're going to South Haven. I have no clue what you're seeing because my screen is dark because of the sunlight. I can't find shade anywhere. Okay, this was disappointing, to say the least. I came to South Haven and I went to Office Max thinking I could get clear plastic bags to put Derek's t-shirts in, his merch for the Rhythm Section podcast. And they don't have such a thing. I think that's ridiculous. So now I'm panicking because he needs that for this weekend, and I completely forgot to order bags. It was my idea for them to bag, or me to bag, the t-shirts because they're going to be on display at a local shop here in Hernando. Don't even ask me. It starts with B, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is at all, and I don't know how to say it. But they wouldn't have a display, and I said, you know, you really should have those shirts bagged because you don't want people just handling them, looking at them, putting them down on the table. You don't want to give the shop owners that responsibility of having to fold everything. So my only choices right now is I have to tell him that, you know, they might have to just put them out like that until I get some in the mail because I'm going to place an order. Or I have these flimsy plastic bags, food storage bags, gallon. The t-shirts would have to be like really folded up small. I don't know. I'm so mad that I've known about this for a while and I just didn't get around to it because it's just the way I am. So that was not good. And then I went to Walmart because I just want to always check clothing. Couldn't find anything there. I went to Marshall's, couldn't find anything there. I went to JCPenney, couldn't find anything there. It's all the prints. It's the prints that that bother me. Everything looks like, you know, for 50 and up. I'm 62, but I don't want to look like I'm 50 and up. I want fucking youthful prints. I don't want flowers. Everything is flowers. I'm still looking. And I know I keep saying I'll make my own clothing because I can buy my own fabric. But I don't know why I'm insanely busy. I feel more busy now than when I was doing tons more fabric sales. So I don't get it. But I just need to chill. I need to chill. I need to relax. And, you know, I'm still having a hard time stepping away from business as much as I have because that's what I've been doing forever. But I'll figure it all out. Okay, so let's talk about going out. And some people mentioned this in the comments. And one woman was like panicked because she knew I was going out, and then I did not come back with a video about my night out the night before, and I didn't post for like 3 days because I went on that day trip with Danny, and you know, that was the last thing on my mind. So yes, Derek and I went out last weekend. That was my second weekend in a row, 2 weekends in a row, and we went to Sidecar, and I'm going to screw up the name, Memphis something. The band was fantastic. I will link down below to whatever I can link to for that band. Loved it. I almost think equal, but a little bit different than Area 51. Just a whole bunch of different songs. I loved them so much, but the place was practically empty. So there was barely any dancing. I would have danced with women. There was a few women there, and I would have got up and danced with them, but they were fucking wasted. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So, so I didn't dance, and I had nothing to report. I guess I don't know why I didn't record the day after, just to let you know. I was there with Derek and Jeff. Oh, and I feel so bad. Jeff left. That's okay, because he's not my son. But I felt bad for Derek. I took my own car. He just didn't want to leave. He felt bad, like he was leaving me. I was like, Derek, you can leave me. I'm very comfortable in that bar, and there was hardly anyone there. I really wanted to stay and listen to the band. And but he didn't want to. And I said, you're going to have to not feel bad because, you know, it's not that he was worried about me at all. He just felt like, how mean to just leave my mother here alone. No, I left you alone many times when I went to a bar, so you have the right to walk out on me. I give you full permission, Derek. It was a nice night because I got to hear really good music, but, you know, and that was fine. But then I felt bad because Derek felt like he hated to leave me there all alone like a loser. I switched to my office. I have a lot left of that car vlog, but too much, and I don't want to edit all that, and this video is already pretty long. So I'm going to just redo the ending, but before I forget, the band that I mentioned a little bit ago, it's Memphis Mojo. That's what I thought. I'm telling you, if you are anywhere in the area and you can see Memphis Mojo, go see them, and I will still link in the description to their Facebook page. Okay? Okay. Tonight, Derek wanted to take me to see a band called Formerly Known As, and I was good with that. But we were up in the air. He wasn't really sure if he'd be able to go, and I asked a friend that I met at Hadley's. She said, you know, Facebook me anytime if you want to know where we are. So if you want to go out and you don't have Derek to go out with, you can come and just be with us and have a place to sit. So I asked her if anyone was going, and she said no. So then I thought, you know, I have two choices. I still go, and I go with Derek, because if he leaves early, I'm not going to stay there alone. I know nobody there. I've never even been to that club. So I was just like, you know, if it happens, it happens. And so last night, Danny asked if we were going, and I wasn't sure. So I asked Derek, and you know, back and forth and all these things. We had to get somebody to stay with Skylar. I just don't like her being home alone late like that. So she is going to be with a friend, so that's good. And so we're going. I'm actually going early because I'm going to Danny's to help him set up a Facebook group. His Facebook profile, you can only have 5,000 friends, no more than that. He's maxed out at 5,000. So we're going to get him set up with a group so people can join his group. And then we're going to Lafayette's, and then Derek will meet us there. And it sounds like it's going to be a really good time. Both Derek and Danny said I will like this music, and there's a light show now that's been included. I don't know what it's all about. I just know I'm going, and I'm sure it's going to be fun. And it will be my 3rd weekend in a row that I go out. But who's counting? I am. Me. That would be me. I'm counting. I'm having so much fun, you guys. I just can't believe I'm doing all these things. So I got to get this finalized here, this video, because I want it up and published before I go out. I would love to be able to record for you guys so I can show you these bars that I'm going to. But the thing is there's always background music, and then because of the copyright, I can't monetize the video. I go through a lot when I record and edit and all that stuff. It's very time consuming, and so I really want the videos monetized. But I have an idea. I could just like pan the area, record some things, take all the audio out, and then just add some YouTube music. You know, that's a possibility. That might be fun to try. I know a photographer. Maybe we could include some of his photos in there as a slideshow. I'll think about that. That would be good. I like that idea. I can't promise I would do that right now. You know, I'm going to places that I haven't even been. You know, I like to absorb things sometimes, and you know, not just watch everything through a camera, but you know, maybe I can pan the area. We'll see, right? All depends on how I feel in the moment, or if there's a good song playing that I gotta dance to. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.